Hello children, how are you all? I hope you are all fine. Children, I welcome you all to Samveda e-class learning of class 7 social science. Today children, in this class, let us learn about your 8th chapter, that is Marathas, which comes under your history part. Before starting the lesson children, I want you all to be ready with your study materials. Are you all ready children? Yes, very good. Now children, first let us know what are the competencies we are going to gain from this lesson. Firstly, we will understand the life, adventures and achievements of Shivaji. And the secondly, we will identify on the map the historical places associated with Shivaji. Now shall we dive into the class children? Now before starting the lesson, before diving into the class, children, let's answer a question. Which were the prominent dynasties that ruled medieval India? Children, you are all thinking answer for it? Okay. Let me give some clues. Children, look at this picture. Yes. Are you able to identify children? Yes. It is Qutub Minar and it is in Delhi. Children, to which period this architecture belongs to? Yes. You are right children, the architecture belongs to the Delhi Sultanate's period. Now, let us look into the second picture children. Are you able to identify this picture children? Yes, very good. It is Agra Fort and it is situated in Agra. Now children, can you say me to which period this architecture belong? Yes, very good children, you are right. This architecture belonged to the Mughals. Now, look at this picture children. Yes, everyone knows the answer, isn't it? Very good children. Yes, what it is? What is the picture? Yes, children, it is Taj Mahal and it is situated in Agra. Children, can you say me to which period this architecture belongs to? Very good. Right children, what you said was right. The architecture belongs to the Mughals period. Now, let us see the next picture children. See the next picture on the screen? Yes. Can you recognize this picture? Yes, right children. It is Lotus Mahal and it is in Hampi. Now, to which period does this architecture belong to? The architecture belongs to the Vijayanagar Empire. Good. Now, look at this picture children. Yes. Can you guess it? Yes, you are right children. It is stone chariot and it is being situated at Hampi. And to whose period it belongs? Yes, again it belongs to the Vijayanagar Empire. Very good children. Now, look at this picture children. Can you guess the personality in the picture? Yes, you are right children. It is Shivaji. So children, now we got to know the prominent dynasties which ruled in medieval India, isn't it children? Yes. What is the answer for the question then? Prominent dynasties which ruled medieval India are the Delhi Sultanates, the Mughals, the Vijayanagar Empire and the Marathas. So children, in this class, let us study about Marathas. Now, Shivaji was the founder of the Maratha dynasty and Marathas were the ones who revolted against the Mughals in the Deccan region, when the Mughals were at the height of power in North India. Now, let us learn about the childhood of Shivaji. Shivaji was born in Shivaneri Durga near Pune. Now, look at this map children, look at the map on the screen. In this map, I have shaded a particular state and that state is Maharashtra, and in the map of Maharashtra, I have circled a place that is Pune. So, children, did you get it? Shivaji was born in Shivaneri Durga near Pune and presently that Shivaneri Durga is situated in Pune. His father was Shahaji Bhonsle. He held a high position in the office of the Sultan of Bijapur. Children, you can look at the picture of Shahaji Bhonsle. Next, we will come to know about the mother. Who was the mother of Shivaji children? Yes, you are right. It was Jijabai. Jijabai was the mother of Shivaji. She had prayed for a son who could lead the Marathas one day. he was named after the goddess Shivayi. So, the baby was named after the goddess Shivayi, that is Shivaji. Jijabai almost single-handedly brought up Shivaji. Why she single-handedly brought up Shivaji? Yes, there was a reason. The reason was as Shivaji's father was mostly fighting in the battlefield. Shahaji Bhonsle was very busy fighting in the battlefield. So, Jijabai almost single-handedly brought up Shivaji. Jijabai was a pious and a far-sighted lady. Children, here the word pious means deeply religious. She was deeply religious, not only deeply religious, far-sighted lady here means she was able to judge about the future. She was able to give judgment about the future and prepare according to it. Shivaji was extremely devoted to his mother and her religious manner had a great impression on him. Jijabai narrated stories from the great epics. So, you already know the two great epics, children. Which are the two great epics? Yes, you are right. It is Ramayana and Mahabharata to Shivaji. Jijabai narrated the heroic deeds of Rama, Krishna, Arjuna, etc. So, and she inspired him to become like them. See, children, in the screen you can see three pictures. Jijabai is narrating stories to Shivaji in one of the pic, and in the other pics you can see Jijabai is trying to build qualities like brave, courage and patriotism among Shivaji. So, this is about the childhood of Shivaji. Now, let us know Shivaji's teachers. His tutors were Dadaji Kondadeva and Tanaji Malasuru. They taught him the lessons of warfare. So, here the word tutor means children, teacher. He had two great teachers, one is Dadaji Kondadev and the other one was Tanaji Malasuru. See in the screen, children, you can have a look of the pictures of the teachers. The first one is Dadaji Kondadeva and the third pic is of Tanaji Malasuru. In between, you can find Dadaji Kondadeva teaching Shivaji the warfare techniques, the techniques which are used in the warfare. Next, in the beginning, Shivaji assembled the Maratha leaders and the Malwas. Who were these Malwas? The Malwas were the tribal people of Western Ghats. So, with the help of them, with the help of the Maratha leaders and the Malwas, Shivaji built a strong brigade. Children, here the word brigade means an army. He built a strong army. It is a subdivision of an army. Now, let us move on to the footsteps of Shivaji. Means let us know about the achievements of Shivaji. See, at the age of 19, at a very early age, Shivaji captured Torana Durga, which was under the control of Adil Shah of Bijapur. Children, on the screen you can have a look of the picture of Torana Durga. Next, so after this he won Rayagada, Simhagada and Pratapagada one by one. Children, now see here, this is the fort of Rayagada, this is the fort of Simhagada and the third one is the fort of Pratapagada. Now, let us see how Shivaji resisted towards the Bijapur army. Children, what do you mean by resistance here? Resistance means an act of opposing. So, now enraged by this, Sultan of Bijapur sent his general Afzal Khan to suppress Shivaji. Enraging means getting angry. Why did Sultan of Bijapur get angry? Yes, what might be the reason? Yes, I have already said you, Shivaji started capturing Torana Durga, Simhagada, Pratapagada, isn't it? So, all these forts belong to the Sultan of Bijapur. So, the Sultan of Bijapur got enraged, got angry against Shivaji and he will send his general Afzal Khan to suppress Shivaji. So, suppress means here to defeat or to kill Shivaji. Afzal Khan wanted to kill Shivaji deceitfully. So, the word deceitfully here means children in an untruthful manner. He wanted to mislead Shivaji and he wanted to kill Shivaji. So, he will invite Shivaji under the pretext of reconciliation. So, here children, the word reconciliation here means act of becoming friendly again. He said, let us become friends, and he invites Shivaji decidefully. So, when they both meet each other, they embraced each other, they will hug each other. Afzal Khan at that time stabbed Shivaji at his back. With the help of a knife, he will stab Shivaji. So, let us see what happened then. Shivaji was well prepared for this and was protected by an chain mail armor. So, what is armor, children? Armor is the metal covering worn to protect the body during a war or during the battle. It's a metal cover. It was a metal cover worn by Shivaji. Armor means the metal cover worn during the battle to protect themselves. They will own this metal cover to protect themselves during the battle. And as Shivaji was wearing this armor, he was not injured. He did not get hurt. Shivaji had expected this and he was well prepared for this situation. So, he killed Afzal Khan. Now, in return, Shivaji will kill Afzal Khan with Vyagra Nakha. Children, here the word Vyagra means tiger and Nakha means claws. Tiger's claws is called as Vyagra Nakha, a weapon he had hid with him. So, Shivaji was hiding that weapon. When Afzal Khan stabbed him at the back, he took out the hidden weapon and then he will kill Afzal Khan. So, look at this picture, children. In the first picture, children, you can see Afzal Khan and Shivaji, where Shivaji is killing Afzal Khan with the help of the tiger claws, that is Vyagra Nakha. Look at the second picture, children, that is Vyagra Nakha. As this weapon resembled the tiger's claws, it is called as Vyagra Nakha. So, like this, Shivaji resisted against the Sultan of Bijapur. Next, we will move on to the resistance towards Mughals. So far, we have learned how Shivaji resisted towards the Bijapur army. Now, let us learn how Shivaji resists towards the Mughals, how he opposes the Mughals army. On learning these advancements of Shivaji, Aurangzeb sent his general to Deccan province. Children, who is Aurangzeb? Yes, you are right. Very good, children. Aurangzeb is the famous king of the Mughals. So, Aurangzeb sent his general to the Deccan province. So, who was the general? The general name was Shaista Khan. He will send Shaista Khan to curb him down, to stop him down. On learning all this advancement, Aurangzeb came to know that Shivaji will be a threat for them. So, he will send his general Shaista Khan to the Deccan province. Shaista Khan was also the uncle of, he was not only the general, he was also the uncle of Aurangzeb. But clever Shivaji was able to defeat even Shaista Khan also. Shaista Khan had stayed at the palace of Pune to attack Shivaji. He could not get hold of Shivaji even after waiting for 2 long years. So, for 2 long years, he will try to attack Shivaji, he will try to kill Shivaji, but it was not possible for Shaista Khan. One night, Shivaji in disguise, along with his soldiers, he entered the living quarters of Shaista Khan and attacked him. So, disguise, children, here it's a word, there is a word called as disguise. What do you mean by disguise? What is the word disguise? What does the word disguise means? Disguise means here changing the appearance, and nobody will be able to recognize us. That is called as disguising. So, Shivaji disguised himself, and then he, along with his soldiers, he will move to the living quarters of Shaista Khan. So, and there he will attack him. Khan somehow escaped the attack. Khan will escape the attack, but while escaping the attack, he will lose his thumb. In panic, Shaista Khan fled from Pune. So, in panic means in fear, Shaista Khan will run away from Pune. So, children, look at the first picture. In that first picture, you can see Shivaji attacking Shaista Khan, and you can also notice that his thumb has been cut and his hand is bleeding there. And in the second picture, look at the second picture, children. Here Shaista Khan in panic, he is running away from Pune. This maddened Aurangzeb. So he will send a huge army under the leadership of Raja Jayasimha. Who was Raja Jayasimha? Raja Jayasimha was the commander of Aurangzeb. Jayasimha defeated Shivaji and captured few Maratha forts. At the end, Jayasimha invited Shivaji to Delhi to have a treaty with Aurangzeb. So children, the word treaty here means agreement between the states which is formally concluded. So in this picture children, you can see Shivaji along with his son and men has come to the court of Delhi to meet Aurangzeb. Aurangzeb arrested Shivaji on his arrival and kept him in the prison of Agra. So when Shivaji will arrive to the court of Aurangzeb, Aurangzeb will arrest him and he will keep in the prison of Agra. But Shivaji managed to plot and escape. So he managed to plot. Plot here means he managed to plan secretly and escape it from the jail. This ingenious escape plan by hiding in the basket of sweets. And from there he reached his capital. Children, which is the capital of Shivaji? Do you know which is the capital of Shivaji? The capital of Shivaji is Rayagada. From there he will move to his capital Shivaji. Now look at this picture children. In this picture you can see what is the trick being played by Shivaji to escape from the jail. Children, now let me narrate you a small story how Shivaji escaped from the jail. Shivaji urged to have suffered from stomach ache, and for his treatment doctors were called. Shivaji asked for sweets and money to distribute among the doctors, Brahmins and poor people, and hence sweets were made in huge quantities and were transported in large bamboo baskets. A strict inspection was carried, and after few days the security person passed the basket without inspection. Shivaji realized that it was the right moment to escape. He hid in the basket of sweets and escaped successfully from there. So children, this is how Shivaji escaped from the jail. After that he reached his capital Rayagada, and then he won all the forts he had lost to the Mughals. He attacked Surat and ransacked huge wealth from there. Ransacked here, the word ransacked means destroying and looting and stealing lot of things. So he attacked Surat and ransacked huge wealth from there. Next children, one more important word we have to know in this lesson is about the war technique, that is guerrilla warfare. What is guerrilla warfare? It is a type of warfare, war technique which was used by the Marathas. A surprise attack of hit and run tactic by a group of soldiers is called as guerrilla warfare. So surprisingly a group of soldiers will hit and run. So the word here tactic, the word tactic means an action which is planned very carefully. So they will plan very carefully, a group of soldiers will plan very carefully, hit and run from that place, that is called as guerrilla warfare. Let's watch a video children.
उदंड दंड महिषासुर मर्दिनी जगदंबे महाराष्ट्र धर्म रक्षिके बये दारुघड़
सुंब सुंब हदलनी बनिभूषण जय जय बननी सरज समत शिवराज कही देहि विजय जय जग जननी.
शिवबा, आम्हा स्वराज्य हवंय, स्वराज्य.
माझ्या मर्द मराठ्यांना आता क्षणभरही उसंत नाही. काळ सर्पाच्या मगर मिठीत अडकलेला आपला देव, देश आणि धर्म स्वतंत्र करत नाही तोपर्यंत स्वस्थ बसायचं नाही. हर हर रंग सैन अंग में उमंग धरी सरजा शिवाजी जंग जीत न चलत है भूषण बनत नाद बेहद नगारन के नदी नद मद के बरन के रलस है.
अफजल खान त्या तख्ताची सौगत खाऊन जाहीर करतो की ते काफर शिवाजीला मारून मातीत मिसळेल.
तुमच्या केसालाही धक्का लागला तर हा बाजी देशपांडे जिवंत नसेल. मी लढणार.
हे हिंदवी स्वराज्य व्हावे ही तो श्रींची इच्छा.
Yes. Children, how did you feel? Did you all enjoy the video? Yes, good. Next, let us move on to coronation of Shivaji. Children, what do you mean by coronation? What does the word coronation mean? Coronation, in Kannada we can call it as Pattabhisheka. A king ascending the throne can be called as coronation. In Rayagada, Shivaji was conferred the title Chhatrapati. He was given the title Chhatrapati, and the word Chhatrapati here means emperor, and was crowned as the king of Marathas in a very lavish ceremony, in a very lavish, luxurious, rich ceremony. He was conferred the title Chhatrapati. Children, you can have a look of the pictures of the coronation of Shivaji. So, in these pictures you can see how Shivaji is being coronated as a king, and he will be given the title Chhatrapati. Soon after the coronation, Shivaji won some places. Which were those places? Those places were Jinji, Velluru and large areas of Mysore province. And he received a heavy tribute from them. Heavy tribute. The word tribute here means gift, and it also means respect from there. But Shivaji could not live long to witness the grandeur. Grandeur means the greatness of the Marathas. So Shivaji fell ill, and he will passes away at the age of 52. Children, look at this picture. This is the tomb of Shivaji, and it is situated in his capital, that is Raigad. Untouchables were given true justice by Shivaji. They were not only given justice, they were also recruited in the army. They were not only recruited in the army, but they were also promoted. He allowed his people to follow their religion of choice. He did not restrict the people to follow a particular religion. He gave them the choice to follow any of the religion. He ensured that respect was given to the mosque as well as to the Muslim women. Because of these qualities, he inspired his people so much. Now, let's move on to the administration of Shivaji. There were 8 ministers who assisted Shivaji, and they were called as Ashtapradhanas. Children, here the word Ashta means 8 and the Pradhanas means important. So, in the present scenario also, children, you know the chief minister will be having his cabinet, and a number of ministers will be helping the chief minister to look after the affairs, isn't it? Alone the chief minister cannot look after a particular state. He will be having different ministers to look after it. In the same manner, Shivaji also had the 8 ministers. Children, on the screen you can see, look at the first picture. Shivaji is being surrounded by his 8 ministers, and this council of 8 ministers were called as Ashtapradhanas. So, let us see who were those 8 ministers. The first one is Peshwa. Peshwa was the head of the council, and the second one is Senapati. Senapati was the commander of army. Third one is Nyayadish. Nyayadish means one who gave the justice. Then the next one is Majumdar. Majumdar is the one who look after the financial activities, and Panch Sachiv was the general secretary. Next one is Mantri, is the head of intelligence, and Dandadhyaksha, the last one, is the one who looked after the religious matters. So, this is how Shivaji's administration was. So, the prime minister was called as Peshwa. After the death of Shivaji, a political crisis arose. but it was successfully solved by the Peshwas, and this Peshwas smoothened the administration. From here onwards, the administration of the Maratha province was taken over by the Peshwas. After the death of Shivaji, the Peshwas started looking after the Maratha dynasty. Maratha Empire continued to fight the Mughal rule for 27 years even after the death of Shivaji. Shivaji is remembered even today for his acts of bravery and kindness. Now let us see who were the important Peshwas. The important Peshwas were Balaji Vishwanath, Baji Rao I and Balaji Bajirao are the important Peshwas who ruled the Maratha kingdom. Have a look on the screen, children. These were the three important Peshwas. The first one is Balaji Vishwanath, the second one is Baji Rao I and the third one is Balaji Bajirao. Now look at this map, children. This is the map showing the kingdom of Shivaji. Pink marked area is of the kingdom of Shivaji. I have circled three places which we have come across in the lesson. The first one is Surat, the second one is Pratapgarh and the third one is Vellore. As a recapitulation, let us watch a video. Now, it is a time for self-assessment, children. I have two columns on the screen. You have to match the column A with column B. First, let me read out the words for you and later on you can match it. The first one is Chhatrapati, the second one is Dadaji Kondadev, the third one is Raja Jayasimha, the fourth one Ashtapradhanas and the fifth one is Vyagranaka. And look at the B part, children. In the part B, we have Tiger's Claw, Emperor, 8 ministers, teacher of Shivaji and the commander of Aurangzeb. Now children, are you ready to match it? Yes. Yes, let us match, children. Now Chhatrapati. Who is Chhatrapati? Yes, you are right. Very good, children. Chhatrapati means here emperor. Dadaji Kondadev. Who was Dadaji Kondadev? It was the teacher of Shivaji. And the third one, Raja Jayasimha. Who was Raja Jayasimha? He was the commander of Aurangzeb. Raja Jayasimha was the commander of Aurangzeb. Good. Now look into the fourth one, children. It is Ashtapradhanas. Where shall I match it? Yes, let me match it with the 8 ministers. Right. Vyagranaka. Vyagranaka is to Tiger's Claw. Yes, very good, children. You have all given correct answers. Next, it is the time for home assignment, children. Make a note of the questions, answer it and show it to your respective class teacher. Let me read out the questions. Please make a note of it. I will read out the questions for you. Where was Shivaji born? Who were the parents of Shivaji? Why did Sultan of Bijapur oppose Shivaji? Who was Shaista Khan? Name the important Peshwas who ruled Maratha kingdom. I hope you have all copied down. Okay, children. Now it is the time for activity. On the outline map of India, locate the following places. So, make a note of these places, children. Shivaneri, Jinji, Velluru and Rayagada. Have you noted down, children? Thank you, children. Thanks for listening. I am Shalini from GHPS Kaudenalli, Bangalore, South 4.